Hey there, everyone. This is Omni. As I said, we're doing 3 Lego build videos and 3 Lego reviews. The first one we're going to do tonight is going to be the Arctic Explorer Snowmobile, 70 pieces, 60376. I've built this already, so I can tell you this is a fun little set for $10. It's like a $10 set, a little over for the price per piece, right? Obviously, but we have animal molds, so that kind of makes up for it. I'm gonna move that a little bit closer. So yeah, I mean it's not a bad set. It is a little more expensive price per piece. I think it comes out to be something like, maybe it's not. Let me do a quick math. Okay, it's 14 cents per piece. So it's kind of expensive for what it is, right? Because you're like, oh, this is like a small little set. This is slightly more than a poly bag. Why would you spend so much money? At least I know AFOLs would. Some AFOLs, not all of them, but I know there's someone out there going, why are you buying these sets that are obviously clearly City is not the best for price per piece. But what you get out of it is that you do get the baby seal and the mom seal, the adult seal. So there's a reason why it's not 100 pieces for $10. City sets are pretty much they are what they are. You get what you get. There's nothing complicated about them. The instruction booklet is there's nothing in it. There is a little the one thing I do like about the City sets sometimes is that they have a little character that you can see walking to the end, from the beginning to the end. So this instruction set is actually not bad. This is actually pretty good. The other thing though that I really enjoyed is that I almost didn't need this. Because like it's almost slightly a 4+ set, almost, not quite, but it's close. It's close, because then you can see on the thing that this is 1, 2, 3. That goes right there. This goes right there. I want to see how much of the manual I don't need, because I really don't. Like I said, I did build this one before. I actually bought 2 of these because I wanted a lot of the seals. I know, weird. I know, weird. But I wanted the seals really bad, so I got 2 of them because they're like $10 for the seals. And I'm like, oh, the seal battle pack, basically. That's okay. I'm okay with a seal battle pack. What the hell? No, the fish is just... Okay, that's where I got confused before. I was like, why is the fish just, like, sitting there? It's not sitting there. It is just sitting there, actually. It's because... And then... I think... Alright. Let's build the person. How about we start with things that we can clearly do without a problem. The printing on this, by the way, on the character is actually really nice too. I think that's wonderful. I'll talk about it in the review. That's beyond the build, but the printing is pretty nice. You do get leg printing, I believe. So that's pretty cool. She has a helmet and hair. And I believe the hair is unique to this character. It's not a unique mold, it's a unique coloring. Legs. Oh yeah, you do get leg printing. It's not very impressive leg printing, but it's a $10 set. You get the leg printing, you get the print on the wonderful print on the front. The backpack looks cool. It's a very cool item. It's very cool. I know most people are always like, oh, that's kind of lame. There's no arm print. I don't know. I'm just trying not to recall what people talk about with like stupid little gripes with these small sets, but at the same time, I'm also trying to remember some of the gripes so that I'm aware of them. So it's like weird. My brain is kind of having a weird conniptions. Oops, sorry. I keep spitting into my mic. I'm just like microphone, punch you in the face. So we build the lady, and then the next thing they actually have you build an instruction manual, which isn't too bad. I actually like it when they do this. This is kind of like a ramping up, right? Like you're not building the mobile, you're not building the environment, the habitat. You're starting off with something simple, so making sure that if you can do this, then you can probably do the rest of it. But if you can't do this, maybe you should get some help. And not in that kind of way. I mean, like actually getting assistance to help you build because you're not understanding it. Not that you have problems. I mean, you do have a problem of not being able to build, so you need to get that actual extra hand. Anyway, I like the instructions how it's laid out, and then technically, like it shows you that you can have a scene just with the camera and the animals. So that's kind of cool. And yes, for those that are curious, the baby seal can go on to the back of the adult seal because there's a stud on the adult seal's back. You just have to put it on straight. So there you go. There you go. Seal on seal. Seal family. There we go. Alright, and then I skipped a few steps. Now that I'm looking at that, I'm like, I skipped a whole bunch of sets. I skipped a whole bunch of steps on that. That's fine. That's fine. It's not a big deal. So we're gonna do that. And then we're gonna do one of these. I like how simple, like how intricate this is, but it's also pretty simple. It's like in the middle. It's not like crazy basic, but it's also not like complex. It's just, it does its job of being a camera. So that's cool. Here it is, the viewfinder. This is obviously the front, and then this is, I'm guessing, like the filmy film part. So we would have this be over here, and then actually you can't see that. We would have her like here, and then her camera in front of her, and then like the seal, and it's already like that's all you need. There you go. But obviously that's not all the set is. So they have basic instructions to build the mobile, the snowmobile, the mobile. Is it mobile or is it mobile? I don't know. I say it either way. It depends. I guess it depends on what you're feeling like, right? Like tomato, right? Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking. Like I'm not gonna stop talking. I'm gonna stop talking about. I'm gonna stop making stupid comments. That's what I'm gonna stop doing. Yeah, welcome to the internet. All right, so then you get these guys, and it's very interesting to me that when they use they're using two. They have you do two of these instead of one. So they have two 1x5s instead of one 2x5, but it goes on to this. So it's like, why didn't you just have one? I'd like to know the design choice. It's probably for integrity and strength, I assume. But it's just very interesting that sometimes they'll have like it's broken down into segments versus having it in one whole piece. So it's kind of an interesting choice that they do. I'm not sure why, but the set is actually really fun. Once you get it all built out, because like the habitat actually it's only using a few pieces, of course, because it's a $10 set. But, like, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. It looks decent. So, good job, Lego. Even though this is not a good price per piece, which is because of 14 cents, because of the seals and stuff like that, and the build actually is pretty nice. I would say right now, offhand, I'd say 7.5 out of I'd say 8 out of 10. I have to say the build when I show you the habitat, it's gonna be pretty cool. And then let's see if we can get much further deep into there without the camera falling over. Okay, there we go. So I'd say 8 out of 10. I know, right? For a set that's not 10, that's more than 10 cents per piece. I was gonna say 7 and then 7.5, but I think because of the way that they build the things, and then the minifigure looks great, and you also get the seal and the baby seal, that's what pushed it. Otherwise, no, I was not going to accept it to be beyond 7 out of 10. But a couple of things pushed it over the edge after I had thought about it. So there is that. Okay. See, and then you have a 2x4. Interesting. Like I said, it's very interesting choices for the build. But I'm sure if I had have watched the video, they would show me that there's a reason and there's a purpose of why they're doing it. I just don't know why. I just don't see that reason. Because I am not an engineer, I guess. Structurally speaking, I don't see the different disadvantages. That's just me. Perhaps they wanted to make it more pieces so that they can justify the price per piece. Because we know for sure there are already people in my comments, or not at all, but there are already people that have talked about these kind of sets that they're like, oh, these sets don't have enough parts, and so they're like, well, what if it happens if we just separate everything into individual parts? And one of these days I'm not going to be surprised, by the way, if Lego decides to just be like, here's a 200 piece set for $10, and they're all like 1x1s. I am not gonna be surprised when they're like, you know what? You asked for this. You asked for this, so we're doing it. Here you go. A set that's $10. It's 200 pieces. It's like 5 cents per piece. Or maybe they'll even do it less. They'll do way more, and then they'll be like, there you go. Here's your set. And then people they're gonna be so upset. And then they'll be like, well, this is what you asked for. You wanted more piece per price, right? And so people are going to be like, what? No, but this is not what we wanted. We wanted something different. What the heck? And I'll be like, well, that's not how that works. You did not determine that if you wanted design or structural things or anything like that. You just said that you wanted more pieces per price. So we did that. And people are going to be mad. Because they always are mad anyway. But I think that it'd be funny. It'd be like, so if for those that are watching that were not born in the 90s, so you might not have been looking at this news because you were not old enough. I've got to remember that adults actually may not have seen this on the news because this was like early 2000s, I think. But Samsung and Apple had a lawsuit where Apple was like, Samsung is using something that we all developed. And Samsung was like, oh, well, obviously they were going to say no. But in the court case, the judge is like, no, you owe them this money. And so they went, sure. Is there a certain way you want to get this money back? Unfortunately, there was no answer. And so what did Samsung do? They sent them the payment, no problem, in nickels and pennies. US nickels and pennies. And yeah. It was like the pettiest thing at the time that a tech company could do. And it was just like, wow, okay, I can't believe you did that. I think that was like back in high school for me. No, that was back in that was, I wouldn't say high school. I'm not that. I am maybe I am that old. Well, I am older than time. I am dust. I am stardust. But we all are stardust in our own way. Everything comes back down to stardust. So, but I am older than time. So maybe it's actually a lot sooner than I thought. Maybe I was a lot older than I'm thinking. Anyway. Yeah, but this happened. This thing happened, and then basically people were going crazy because they were like, oh my god. Well, they were talking about it because they're like, oh my god, pennies and nickels and pennies. That's annoying. And I'm just like, yeah, that is annoying. That's why they did it. It was a spiteful thing. It was definitely just out of spite. So people were like, oh my god, I can't believe they did that. I'm like, well, I mean, I would do it if I was like, oh, I've got to do a thing that I don't want to. I'm gonna do it in the most annoying possible way. So, all right, there's the mobile. The mobile's actually pretty cool. It's a nice shaping, and I like the pieces that they used. I like this. I don't mind having two of these. So justifying the set, if you're wondering why I said I wouldn't mind having two of these. I don't mind having two of these. Having two of these, having some more seals, and then obviously the researcher. The researcher, we'd have to like say that they're twins or something. Because otherwise, they just look alike. They weirdly just look alike, right? But yeah, sorry for those that are watching and they're like, why is he bringing up these weird things that we might not know about? Because we are not as old as time. I just was, I don't know. Oh, what am I doing? That was stupid. I'm sure that I will figure this out. Alright. There we go. Anyway, as I was saying, this is actually a decent, this is actually a pretty nice habitat too. Honestly, because I have two sets, I'm probably going to end up, what I'm going to probably end up doing is I'm probably going to try to, in the future, perhaps, potentially, build a bigger habitat. And then that's how we're going to do that. That's what I would recommend, is because like the combining these two. Uh-oh. Sorry about that. My camera decided to like freeze. I don't know for how long, but it was frozen for a little bit. But anyway, what I was saying is that I probably would build a bigger habitat rather than just making, rather than just combining these two habitat sets. Just because I have more pieces, and I know that some of you would have more pieces. But other than that, I mean, it's fine, right? It's not a big deal. I mean, you can combine them, but yeah, like I said, even the habitat is like not too bad for not too shabby for like a $10 set. And then this is the finished product. Is you get the nice mobile here, you get the explorer, you get the camera build, and you get the habitat with the animals. So, like I said, 8 out of 10 for what it is. For $10, it's actually not bad. Again, even though it's like 14 cents per piece, it's not bad. It's actually a nice way to kill time, and then it's a nice $10 set. So, But anyway, thank you so much for watching that video. I will have a couple more videos up next this week in regards to LEGO build. As I said before, I have the Mandalorian Battle Pack and the Red Dragon Creator 3-in-1. Anyway, folks, though, thank you so much for watching, and always remember, you are worthy, you are loved, you belong, and you can do wonderful things. Keep your star shining, and we'll always be looking for you in the night sky. Going off air.